One more area that you've talked about that's caused controversy is gay parenting. You've said the devil is in the detail and you want to see more studies on that. What do you think might be the adverse effects of having same-sex parents?
Well, I don't think we know what modeling is optimal for children. That's really the issue. I mean, I suspect that 2 parents are better than 1. Suspect, right? I don't know. 1 parent is definitely worse than 2. We know that. But we don't know what exposure to role models, say, is necessary for the continuity of maternal behavior or for the adoption of functional gender roles. We don't know any of that. And so that's the variable, obviously. You know, no one knows what the consequence of being raised with 2 people of the same sex is. Maybe none.
But so there doesn't seem to be any evidence so far. That's all the literature review suggests that there were a couple that showed problems, but they were in coupledoms that had already broken down, right? So there is no evidence. Maybe there will be some found, but at the moment there is no evidence that there is any problem with having gay parents.
I never said there was. Somebody asked me, I believe it was a question like, if there was a problem, what would it be? It's something like that. No, I mean, you can make a very strong conservative case for gay marriage, I think. I mean, not that I would necessarily be motivated to make a conservative argument.
David Cameron, our former Prime Minister, said, I support gay marriage because I'm a conservative.
Yes, right. So, you know, it's obviously homosexuality it's been around forever. So what's the appropriate social response to that? Well, conceivably, bringing as many people as possible into something approximating the same game. I think you could make a reasonable case for that. What's the consequence of that for children in those families? I don't know. I mean, what I would say is, well, the obvious risk is that there's no one of the opposite sex around. I mean, it doesn't take it doesn't take the perception of genius to come up with the observation that might be a problem. Now, maybe it's not. And my suspicions are there's probably far more relevant problems with regards to what happens to children that isn't good than that.
Right. So this is a way in which, you know, that is now a conservative position to hold. I think it's 20 years ago that would have been anathema to mainstream conservatives.
Well, people were concerned with the deterioration of marriage and believed that any additional transformations would further weaken it. And I think that that's not an unreasonable position given how weak it's become. And I don't think that that's been good for people overall.